Reflection is usually a swear word when it comes to food and product photos, but not anymore. Creating crisp reflections is actually one of the most beautiful techniques for making your audience or customers take notice of your photos. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Plus, we'll talk about shadows, and I'll share one of my favorite easy product photography tips. Hey guys, Mandy of Replica Surfaces here. In this video, I'm showing you how to embrace reflections by using the mirror-like gloss white surface, how to position your light to create different shadow locations, and how to make products glisten. Okay, so before we start talking about gloss white and creating the shadows you want, I really just want to give you one of my favorite product photography tips. To make your products glisten, spray them with water before shooting. The droplets on the product and on gloss white will be reflected and will add a fresh, visually appealing look to your photos. I absolutely love this spray technique for skincare products, glassware like cocktails or bottles, fresh fruit, or really bottles and jars of any kind. And any spray bottle works, but if you want to add a little style to your styling toolbox, you can grab an amber spray bottle like this for about $10 on Etsy. I love mine, I just think it's beautiful. So let's dive in. If you haven't met Special Edition Gloss White yet, it's the brand new reflective replica surface that lets you create crisp reflections of whatever you're photographing. Gloss White instantly transforms into a high-gloss, luxury kitchen or spa countertop that reflects everything you place on it in lovely detail. Gloss White creates such crisp reflections that you can even read your product's label in its glossy reflection. And if you're ever not feeling the reflective look for a particular shot, just shoot it from above. Gloss white turns matte when photographed from directly overhead for flat life photographs. That's what we did here with this cranberry shot. Alright, so let's imagine you've set up your scene on gloss white and you're getting some gorgeous reflections. Now you need to think about where you want your shadows to land, or if you want prominent shadows at all. To capture both a reflection and a shadow, like we did with this bath bomb, place your light source along the left or the right side of your scene. Your shadow will fall on the side opposite the light source, so just decide which side you want. You can tell that our light source for the bath bomb photo was on the left since the shadow is falling on the right. Since the bath bomb is just one object, it doesn't really matter which side you place your light on. It's all about preference and where your window's located. If you're photographing multiple items or one main item with side props, you'll want to put more thought into which side you place your light on, since factors like where the taller objects are positioned will influence where the shadows land. Try putting the light on both sides to see which you prefer. A major benefit to using replica surfaces is that you can flip your entire mini studio around in seconds to change where the light is located. Here's an example of a side lighting setup using natural window light. Here's an example of side lighting using a continuous softbox. I'll link to a great softbox in the description if you're looking to try artificial lighting. Next up is how to emphasize the reflection and dramatically reduce the shadow if that's the look you're going for. Before we jump into that though, let's just take 1 second to like and subscribe. I have so many video ideas, and the more love these videos get, the more I can create for you. Alright, awesome reflections with minimal shadows. See how we achieved those in this simple photo? The reflection of the glass is beautifully crisp and there really is no shadow. Here's the same photo, but styled and with water dripped around the base for extra visual interest. To achieve this look, place your light source, either a window or a softbox, in the back corner of your scene, pointed toward gloss white. The white front of the softbox diffuses the light to soften it, and the angle it hits the glass at decreases the shadow even further. If you're using a window, make sure you hang a sheer curtain over it to get a similar level of diffusion. For an in-depth chat about light and how to create the shadows you want, check out my natural lighting video next. I'll link to it below. Once you've got that set up, just shoot at a 45-degree angle so that the gloss white surface fills your frame. Okay, so let's say you've decided you do want shadows in your photo, so you're lighting from the side. But now the side opposite your light source is too dark for your taste. To soften shadows, add a white reflector opposite your light source. The reflector does exactly that. It reflects light onto the far side of your scene to brighten everything up. That includes your props and your backdrops. If you have a light-colored replica surface like all white or white marble and you aren't using it in your scene, you can use that as a reflector. You just need to lean it against the rest of your setup. You can also use a piece of poster board or a trifold poster board from a craft store. If you are using a light-colored surface as a reflector, you can also try the semi-cube setup using a second set of stands to make sure nothing falls over. Check out how we attached this sandstone surface opposite the light source to act as a reflector. We attached one stand to the top left side to connect the vertical sandstone and subway tile surfaces, while the other stand was attached to the front left side to connect sandstone and concrete. This setup is so secure and will stay in place far better than a poster board. So here's an example where we put our light source on the right and used a white reflector on the left. Alternatively, you can embrace that dark shadow and really deepen it by adding a dark reflector, which in this case is really acting as an absorber to absorb the light. Same deal for using it. You can either use a dark replica surface like slate if you have it, or you can use a piece of black poster board. I'll put the photos side by side so you can really see the difference along the left side of the pine cones. For something in between these two extremes, just leave the reflector out. So there you have it, my favorite tips for achieving gorgeous reflections and creating the shadows you want, plus how to make your product photos glisten. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you'd like to learn my top 5 photo tips for food and product photos, I've got this handy video for you. And if you need to brush up on your Lightroom skills, I've got you covered too with this video right here.